Hi guys, today we're focusing on adding events to our example so far. In the demo we have our platforms, which we repurposed as turrets last time, and they shoot some projectiles. So what we want to do is do a bit of housekeeping and at the same time learn a bit about events. An event is something that is of interest to certain parties, whether it's a blueprint, whether it's the player, or some bit of logic. And it's something that occurs. And it is a fundamental concept in event-driven applications, whether it's a game or some kind of a model view controller business application. And when events happen, we typically listen for them and do something when they occur. So in this event graph, which is aptly named, we're going to create our first custom event. To do that, right-click and then type custom. The very first thing that comes up is what you want. You can also give the name of the event, for example, rotate event. Since essentially we have two pieces of functionality, one is rotate the platform and the other is sort of shoot the projectile, we're going to have two different types of events. One's rotate, and you can copy and paste. Another event, and that should be renamed to something like shoot event. And when these happen, we're going to do something, and then at some later point, we're actually going to invoke or create or fire these events ourselves. So let's break this down. Let's remove that, so there is no connection. Remove that. You can remove connections by right-clicking on the connection endpoint and pressing break links. We're going to move these further down because that's the rotate logic. We're going to connect this event to this branch. So this is going to be one single event, which when the rotate event happens, we're going to execute these actions. Similarly, let's get rid of that link and move this further down. This is going to be our shoot event. So we're going to connect that endpoint to this one. And you may want to kind of move these further away so that they're separate. There's also a way to create comment boxes, which we're going to, actually we could cover it in this video once we're done with events. So we're going to move sequence over here. When the event tick happens, what we want to do is, actually we could do it up there separately. Just to quickly recap, we got an event, shoot event. When it happens, this happens. Similarly, when the rotate event is called, this happens. And now let's call our events. Rotate event, there we go. So we rotate, and then we shoot. So it's almost like creating functions, and then you can execute these functions. It's going to have, well, semantically it's going to be pretty much the same because it's going to do the same thing if we were to connect this thing to the delay as we had previously. But it's just nicer and much more readable when it's arranged that way. Compile, save, come back, and I don't think we changed anything. Well, actually we did. Oh yeah, because we broke something over here. Yeah, that vector, which used to have the actor's location. I'm just going to copy this here and use that. So now the behavior should be exactly the same as we had it. Yeah, so platforms, they also rotate when we get close. They shoot. They always shoot in one direction because we haven't set the rotation on the spawned actor. But if you watch the previous tutorial, there will be a hint on how to enable shooting in the direction where the platform is looking at. Right, one last thing is creating comment boxes. So if you, let's try this. Is that going to work? Right click, comment to selection. So yeah, what I've done was I've selected all these bits that relate to shoot. Then I right clicked and I typed comment. And what you want is add comment to selection. So it creates a comment box around the selection where you can say shoot. So when you kind of zoom out, you can see that this bit of logic is related to shoot, and you can just move all this stuff around in one go. You can do the same with this one. Comment, let's call it rotate, and we're done. And this is the main bit of logic that runs on tick. Okay, so in this tutorial we covered how to create events, how to call events, and also how to create comment boxes. So that our blueprint code, I guess, is more readable. And on that note, thanks for watching.